Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I am your host, your favorite Dr. Bay, Dr. Monique Ross. Today's episode, I am joined by special co-host, my homeboy.
You gonna use my government?
We are not gonna use governments. It's my homeboy.
Thank you, Jesus.
My ace boom coon. My pride and joy. You's an ugly motherfucker, but you still my boy. I'm kidding.
My mama told me I was cute at angles.
Hey, what Jay say? Ain't no such thing as an ugly billionaire. I'm cute. I'm not calling you ugly. I'm not. So don't take that the wrong way. That's just the first thing that popped in my head. So, anyhow, we are going to talk about, the title of this episode is going to be I'm so high, I'm trying to smoke. So, I was not trying to smoke. I'm always trying to smoke. He got me high. That was going to be the title of the episode. He got me high before we turned on this camera. So, anyhow, we're going to talk about our pot journeys. I've had numerous people reach out to me since I've been utilizing my social media platforms and openly expressing my support and expressing my usage of cannabis. So I was trying to think of a great way to respond. So what better than to come to my podcast and openly speak about my use of cannabis, talk about my weed journey, and who better to do that with other than one of the first people that I probably smoked pot with.
I feel so honored.
Yeah, one of the first people I smoked pot with. We have history. Like, this is like kind of like first real
some
childhood,
stranger she met, some weirdo,
like boyfriend type shit.
Oh no.
But yeah, here we are, and I was trying to think of who I could get to come and openly talk about their use of cannabis, and I thought about my homeboy M.A.C. from the place to be.
I'm gonna do it on camera, guys.
He's the only person that agreed to do it on camera.
It's all right.
Honestly, I mean, I had other people agree, but it was just, it never happened. So here we are. Hey, we're going to talk about it. So tell us, introduce yourself. Say hey. Say what's up.
Hello, how you doing? I'm M.A.C. As she said, that means Mac, I guess.
Good. You have to call them the fuckers.
Yeah, fuckers.
Hey, fuckers.
Hey, fuckers.
It's stuck. That's what they, like, I have people comment and send me voice messages on the platforms. Yeah, and they're like, we should totally be called the fuckers. And I've had people say it on social media and say DM me on social media. It's hilarious. So, hey, fuckers.
It's content. Pure content. I love it.
So, yeah, that's what we're talking about on today's episode of Pure Fuckery, the podcast. So, I'm just going to kick it off with a question. How old were you? How old were you when you started smoking pot? When was your first time? Tell me about it.
I always start this story with a disclaimer, right? As I tell
What
everybody, you should know this. I'm the youngest of 5. I'm a gap baby. The one closer to me age is 7 years older, so Mom had 2 jobs, and I was out there. It's okay, guys. I've had therapy. I might be alright.
He's like Dave Chappelle.
It's alright.
Dave Chappelle vibes. But continue.
Right. Listen to me. I was 12.
12.
Northside St. Louis. On Rochenbach, to be exact. Was up in the attic of a house. I could pass the blunt.
It sounds dangerous. Who were you passing? Can you speak on who you were with?
They're not with us anymore. But,
okay. Rest in peace.
Yeah, definitely. But, I got past the blunt and it was like, the spark that lit the match.
You didn't ask for it. You were just hanging out. The blunt was going around, and
No. See, I'm a nice person, so they say. So everybody can hang out with me and everything like that. So I was just hanging out and hung out and smoked weed, and it's been on and popping since.
on and popping since.
Uh-oh.
That's your weed story.
Yeah, that's the beginning.
My weed story. My first time smoking pot
I want to hear this one.
was maybe 8th grade. So I was 14, I want to say. 8th grade. At school,
Oh, Jesus.
early in the morning, walking around the track at school. 8th grade. And one morning, my friends were like, we were going to go for a walk. And when we got on our walk, I didn't realize that's what we were there for. So we're walking and somebody had a joint and lit it, so we smoked the joint. It was my first time smoking weed. And my dad smoked weed. My dad smokes weed. And I knew that because I would see his joints. Never took his weed ever, but that's my first time smoking weed. Let me tell you, do you want to go? Do you want to talk?
We can do this however you want.
Okay, cool. So I have to tell y'all, when my parents found out I was smoking weed, because I was smoking, at that point, when my parents found out, I probably was 15. So maybe a year later. It's probably like 15, maybe 16.
Probably caught you 2 days later, just didn't tell you.
No, it's like 15, 16. And my cousin, she lived across the street from us. And one of my best friends, Key, she would come over, we would hang out. And we would go and smoke weed with my cousin. Sometimes they come over and you could go out my balcony, go out to like a little balcony area, like on the roof. You can go out to like the roof and smoke. So we would go out there and smoke. My cousin left. Me and my homegirl, we passed out in my bedroom. My cousin did not lock the door when she left, and left what my mom called drug paraphernalia all over her house. And my mom let me get away with a lot of shit, but she told my dad this. She told my dad, and when he confronted me with it,
folded like a stack.
It wasn't that I folded. I'm a very direct person. People know that about me. I'm a very direct person. Try to be as honest as I fucking can. Not just because I've told a lie before. So I try to be honest as I can. And I told my dad in that moment, he's like, who are you smoking weed with? And I was like, me and, my cousin and my best friend. And he goes to my aunt's house, to my auntie house, y'all. Confronted my cousin. And he's like, I don't know what was said because I wasn't there. He forbid me. He forbid me from hanging out with her anymore.
Nobody should corrupt your sweet age.
And my cousin talked to me for years. She was so angry at me. I did not tell my dad that she had me smoking weed. I told my dad that I smoked with her. I had weed. I brought weed to the party too.
That was probably some information you didn't share at the time.
I told him that. And I'm like, she doesn't have me doing anything. And then I didn't stop. He stopped me from hanging out with her. And I smoked weed all through fucking high school. All through high school. Me and the homegirls that I hooped with, we smoked weed. We go to somebody's house and smoke before practice or before a game or some shit. And I was a beast. So hey, You know, it's just not affecting me physically. It actually
enhanced me.
It enhanced me. And people look at weed, I don't think they're looking at it as it used to be. It's not as vilified as it used to be. Like, you know, you got your hippies that smoked in the, what?
Got a growing industry
70s,
now. You're
80s,
right.
you know, 60s, whatever. Whenever hippies, when it was a cool time to be a hippie.
The
60s, 70s.
yeah.
Yeah, so you got your hippies that smoke weed. And, you know, plenty of people have tried it. They won't admit it. But, you know, people smoke weed. They've tried it. I believe just about everybody's tried it at least once. But, and then you got your closet smokers, your closet users. And I've never been a closet user or, you know, partaker. Because user makes it sound like I'm over here doing crack. And I'm never doing crack. I've never done anything. I've never snorted coke. I've never done crack. I've never done anything. But I partake in marijuana, ganja.
None
you
of
know,
the booger sugars.
And yeah, so that's my weed story on how I started smoking weed. I'm open about it now because my employer is like okay with my cannabis use. Like, it's legal and you know, it's okay.
Good for you.
You know, my last employer, when I was in Canada. I remember when I was in Canada and they told me like where to go buy weed. Like, the rake boss told me where to go buy weed. So, you know, it's becoming more and more normalized. It's legal in most places. And
it's legal everywhere if you ask me.
I say, as long as you can pass a fucking drug test, if you need to pass a drug test, you're not hurting anybody. You're not hindering anything. If anything, it's aiding in your health. Like, why do you think cancer patients smoke weed? It soothes them. You know, it's of the earth. So, that's not what we're here for. But if you want to speak on weed, you want to talk about it, whatever, you can jump in.
I'm going to jump in right now and tell you my weed story. You told me about the time you got caught. I'll tell you how I got caught. My grandmother still gave me up. She gave me up to my mother after she told me 2 joints are better than 2 aspirin, though. So that was a contradiction if ever there be.
2 blunts are better than
2
what?
2 joints are better than 2 aspirin.
That is true.
Yeah. She was a wise woman. She was actually smoking with people, though. That was the crazy thing. So I was wondering why she gave up to me. But I guess it was because I was a teenager and everything like that. But my story isn't as interesting as yours. I didn't rat anybody out by telling about my weed story. I got caught.
I didn't rat anybody out. Get the fuck out of here.
I heard the testimony.
He asked me who I was smoking weed with. Or he asked me who had me smoking weed.
Whoever she told me, I'm on your side.
No, I didn't say she had me smoking weed. He asked me who was I smoking weed with. And I told him. And he went to her and said, you got my daughter smoking weed. And I never once said she had me smoking weed. But anyway, continue the fuck on.
I was, but you know, I would let you get that one off.
I had to clarify myself. I had to be clear.
Let me tell you this. Cannabis is not going to kill you. You can overdo anything and everything, but you'll be alright. And we're smoking, we're talking. She said I got her high, she done got me high, we are already high. So it's going to be alright. Tell me something. When you smoke weed, does it make you creative?
Super fucking creative. I wrote 3 books, working on another one. High as fuck. And it's the dopest shit. From what I heard, I'm not to my own horn by any means, but I've had multiple people tell me, the people that have read it, I've been told that it's dope as fuck. And I'm working on some new shit. I'm not ready to let the cat out the bag on it just yet. I have multiple balls in the air right now, actually. Work balls, no other balls. But anyhow, yeah, super fucking creative. It definitely allows my creative juices to flow, and it mellows me. I'm pretty high strung. If you don't know me, like when I'm not fucking high and shit, I'm high strung as fuck at times. Very uptight, and don't let me be under no stress. Like, I can be very high strung. So weed mellows that out. I exercise, I smoke weed, I pray, I meditate. And
do you make moves on Connect 4?
Without it, I'm making my move on Connect 4. We decided to play on camera, y'all. So we'll let y'all know who's winning. We'll let y'all know who wins the game.
It's okay.
But yeah, it's straight. It just puts me in a place. You know, I'm a whole vibe. I'm a whole vibe. And with or without it, honestly, it's just you get two different levels of vibe. Whether if I'm high or if I'm not, you're gonna get two completely different modes. But both modes are a whole vibe. All my sides. So I see shit more clear. Now I have had some weed that had me like
out of there,
overthinking, like paranoid as fuck. I have, it's just different strains that you get. But yeah, I definitely had some that had me annoyed as fuck, y'all. Like, straight on some bullshit. I can't even go off into it because I could possibly end up in an orange jumpsuit. And although I would rock the fuck out of that orange jumpsuit because I look good in orange, I don't want to wear that orange jumpsuit, so I'm not going to tell y'all the fucking story at all. Dude, that's gonna go to the grave. But I didn't do anything. I ain't killed nobody, not a single soul. Have I thought about the shit? Oh, absolutely. Who hasn't? But I'm in a different place now. All thanks to weed.
That was the best commercial for weed ever. I need to give me
a pot sponsor. So if there's any pot sponsors out there that would like to sponsor Pure Fuckery the podcast, DM me on Instagram, so sophisticated one, or pure_fuckery, or you can email me at contactus@purefuckery.com. So anyhow,
I don't have a commercial right now, but I'm going to tell you another quick story.
Go for it.
You want to know about the time I was in an orange jumpsuit? Say they ain't got me, y'all. I tell you, it was bad. I was high though, so it was pretty cool. I've been in an orange jumpsuit
before, but go tell your story.
Listen to me. They locked me up, right? And they put me in the cell with a one-armed white man coming off of meth. What? And I was high. I swear to God, this is a true story.
This sounds like some Dave Chappelle shit.
I was high, and I was sitting there like, this is so bad. I was so mad because
he was a one-armed man coming down off of meth.
And we was insane.
That had to be absolutely fucking entertaining.
I just kept imagining myself going to jail for killing a one-armed white man. I was sitting there like, oh damn, this is how it all ends.
What?
See, because of weed. But I was creative. I had the whole story cooked up. I had my whole testimony and everything. I was gonna tell him that, like, he asked for my sandwich, and I had to do him.
I'm dead.
See, that was weed.
What did you do to him? You had to do him?
I didn't.
No,
never that. I had to get
Not me. I just had to clarify to the fuckers, let them know what it is and what it ain't gonna be.
I had to get them.
Hey.
Get them away.
Alright, so no.
That was my orange jumpsuit.
Not a homo situation.
No.
I have an orange jumpsuit story, but I said I was going to save my jail stories for my sisters when they come on. I am trying. It's so hard to get us all together in one space. No, Keisha was the reason I went to jail one night. I've gone to jail twice. I've been did I make it to an orange jumpsuit? One time, one time I didn't. The other time, yeah, I'm not even going to tell you how long I was in jail. I have to wait till my sister come on.
Uh-oh.
But it wasn't like years or months, or it was like a week almost. But listen to the story. And it was my own stupidity. So yeah, I've been in an orange jumpsuit, but I'm not going to talk about my experiences in an orange jumpsuit just yet. Wait till my sister comes on. Hold on, y'all. Let me go. Let me make my move real
While
quick.
she's contemplating her move on Connect
Go
4,
for
I'm going to tell you guys this. This podcast is just absolutely just two people who are high talking. So don't come for enlightenment this weekend. Come next
No,
weekend.
every week it's two people high. Well, I'm not putting nobody business out there. But every week I'm high talking shit on this podcast. I
Monique
can't
69.
speak for the other people. I am not a snitch. I can't speak for anybody else who has co-hosted, guest starred, came on this podcast.
Disclaimers.
You know, so absolutely not. So I take that back. I cannot speak for other people at all. But I am. Every time you see me on the podcast, I've smoked the doobie, and that's just me being fucking honest. Hey, live your life. So, live your fucking life. Why are you living? Are you living?
Yeah, I'm trying to watch the Connect 4 board and talk to you. And
it's on you, ain't
be
it?
on the camera. We're going to be everything.
Is it on me yet, or is it on you?
I think it's on you.
2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 7. No, it's on you. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's on you.
Thank you for being honest. I appreciate it.
Honesty is the best policy. So I absolutely try to live by that. Like I said, I've told a lie before.
So let me ask a question since you've told a lie before.
No, you're not finna find out my lies.
No. It's just an honest weed question.
Okay.
If your dealer gave you a little bit too much while he was high and talking, are you gonna tell him?
No, because I never know what's too much or too little, because my dealer, my dealer, I never know if it's too little or too much because my dealer takes care of me. Although he's not my dealer at the moment, I'm currently shopping around for a new dealer. So if you're wanting to be my dealer, I'm an excellent customer. Hit me up. Follow me on Instagram. So sophisticated one SOO. So anyhow,
I need to plug my Instagram one day. That was tight. I love how you slipped that in. That was the creative mind of marijuana.
Yeah, so I wouldn't, my dealer takes care of me, so I don't know. It's on me or you?
It's on you.
Okay.
Then if you get this wrong, you can just blame it on weed. Just be like, hey, it was the weed that messed us up.
Yeah.
You alright?
Exactly. Exactly, y'all.
Are you going to use this content?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great content. What do you mean am I going to use it?
I'm wondering, because, you gotta be like, hey, hey guys, I know you're.
So yeah, weed stories. Let me think of a funny weed story.
I got a question. I know this is your podcast. Where is the wildest place you smoked weed?
The wildest place I smoked weed. On a work trip, it was freezing cold outside. Couldn't smoke in a hotel. I didn't have a rental because we were carpooling type shit. I think, where was I at? Maybe like Wisconsin or some shit, y'all. Dead fucking smack in the middle of winter. So I had to step outside in the cold and smoke on some creeping off. I couldn't smoke right outside because I couldn't run the risk of running into a coworker. So yeah, it's probably
walking up in the range of Wisconsin in the cold.
Right, in freezing fucking cold in like New Berlin, Wisconsin, smoking weed in the cold. So that's probably like the crazy. Was the question the craziest place? That's probably like the craziest place. That was the craziest circumstances I've ever smoked weed under. I've never really had to. I've lived on my own forever. I'm grown as fuck, you know what I'm saying? So I smoke weed
when I want to.
When I want, where I want, and I'm respectable. I smoke weed at home and occasionally, in the car when I'm headed to or from somewhere. So, yeah. What's the craziest place you smoked weed? Because you have to have a story for that to be a question.
Yes.
So go for it.
I got you beat, unfortunately. You know where it is? Outside of the police station, downtown St. Louis.
Why were you outside of the police station?
Waiting on a friend to get out of the jail.
Is it on me?
Yeah. In the car. And we sitting there looking at cops coming in, going out. And it was not a logical thought to be like, hey, guys, maybe you shouldn't. But it was cool. So, yeah, I got your weed.
You feeling fancy, huh?
Nah, it's just a bit of...
I won, y'all.
Oh.
I won. I'm red. Yeah. I'm the queen. I've had maybe 1 or 2 people like come whoop my ass. Like this one guy, he wanted to play me in Connect 4. I don't even remember his name. That's fucked up, right? And he came over and played me in Connect 4 and he beat my ass terrible. And I think the last game was a draw. I've never had a draw, y'all, on Connect 4. I'm going to post a picture of it. I took a picture of it and everything, just never posted it. But yeah, he came and whooped my ass thoroughly. Like I started off and I was winning in Connect 4, like probably won the first 4, 5 games. Then he went on like a 10-game running streak. And then the final, I kept coming back for more. That's why I don't gamble, y'all, because like
give it all away.
I have to win. I have to win. You know, my mom was a gambler, so that's why I can't gamble. Like I know, like I have some addictive traits and characteristics about myself. So I try to avoid certain shit that you could possibly get addicted to, like gambling, hard drugs period. I don't do drugs. Smoke pot. It's pot. It's grown. Nobody's
from the earth.
Yeah, nobody's fucking mixing this shit up. Now you have botanists that work and, you know, chemists that know how to, you know, mix the different strands of weed, but you know, that's a process. But yeah, it's weed. It's of the earth. But where was I going with this? I have what did I say? I've done things, or I don't do drugs. Something.
You gotta smoke weed.
Something. I was getting ready to say bad men.
Oh Lord.
I don't know where I was going with that. So I was naming something. I was going down a list of something.
If it's gonna be bad men, don't start off with mine. Make mine last.
I'm not talking about.
Yeah, I'm messing with you.
No, not at all. I would never put you in that category. You're not You've always been good. You've always been good with me. You A1 with me. We've had our moments. We said fucked up shit to each other, but you know, we're both fucked up individuals. So hey, that's what happens when you get 2 fucked up ass individuals. So anyhow,
the weed journey.
Do
you feel as though weed stopped you from doing anything in life?
Absolutely not. I've had a great run, very successful career. I've just had a great run with a lot of things. I've had my rough moments. Trust me, it's not always been, you know, great. Watch Mo, Where's the Fucking Book, Ep.17, I think. You'll see, like, you'll get a glimpse of some of the things that I've been through in recent history. Like, this doesn't even date back. So anyhow, no, it has absolutely not stopped anything in my fucking life. I mean, my life has stopped weed. When I was pregnant, I didn't smoke weed with either of my boys. I stopped. Didn't hit a blunt or nothing. Yeah.
Weed did not hinder you.
Weed did not hinder me. If anything,
it enhanced.
My life hindered weed. I didn't smoke pot with either of my boys. So yeah. You know, when I found out I was pregnant with both of them, I never, you know, didn't smoke pot at all while I was pregnant. So, yeah, my life hindered weed. But after I had my babies and shit, you know, it took me a minute because I breastfed with my youngest. I tried with my oldest, didn't work out. But I breastfed with my youngest.
Breast is best.
Breast is best. Shout out to the breastfeeding moms out there. When I'm breastfeeding again, I'm going to get a breastfeeding, like a Similac sponsor for the podcast. You think Similac would sponsor Pure Fuckery, the podcast, if I promoted breastfeeding?
See, that leads me to a larger question of how are you going to be breastfeeding when you're like,
dude, fuck out of here. Yes, I'm damn near 40, but guess what? I'm a good 40. Like, I'm good stock. I got, you know, my fucking ovaries are still good. You know, I can still get it in, although I'm not getting it in. I told him I haven't had sex in so long. My pussy.
Wait.
I haven't had sex in so long. My private probably thinks I died. I saw that on a meme. I haven't had sex in so long. My private thinks I died. I had to repeat that. Jay, don't delete that. Let that stay in, but delete me telling you not to delete it. Anyhow, yeah. So
wow. Okay. Well, that was an explorative answer right there. I guess we'll go from somewhere else. Yeah, I was see, when I tell my version of these stories, they sound a lot less interesting than yours. You're like the most interesting woman ever right now. Like, Jesus Christ. Is it the weed?
it's me. I'm chill, and we're talking about weed, and I am absolutely high. I'm so high. I'm so high. I'm so high. I am. I'm high as fuck right now. So, yeah. What about you? Do you think that weed has hindered anything in your life?
No. I haven't been hindered by weed. I have put a priority on doing things differently now because I've been growing up with weed. So that's the only thing I will tell you. I operate differently with weed. Weed is like, it used to be a vice, but now it's just something I do. It's not like, it's something like a maintenance program to me, if I could use those words. Because, like, hindering you have to give something control of you, and weed doesn't control you like that, and you lets you control yourself. So I think that weed helped me, like you have said. I'm going to win this game right here. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're not. Either, look, let me show you something. Either way, you're not going to. He said, I'm going to win this game right here. He just went. I'm going to go. I had it either way. He has not won a single game yet, guys.
You know, you can win with glory. You can win in silence.
I'm not being modest. I know, I'm not boastful. But he said it. He's like, I'm going to win this game. And I'm looking at the board like, you're not, though. I won. What are you talking about?
It was my angle. You know, my angle was
right. Hey, call it what you want.
Right. Weed.
Pots. Ganja. What are other names for it?
Moon rocks. Joints.
That's all these different, those are different strands of weed. Yeah. I'm talking about just weed overall. Cannabis.
Mary Jane.
I'm in love with Mary Jane.
She's your main thing?
I forgot that. I got kind of... She's my main thing. She's not my main thing. I don't have a main thing. Why am I going
to... Are you good at karaoke?
Karaoke?
Yeah.
I'm too shy for karaoke. I'm publicly shy. I've done it, but not often.
You have a podcast and you're going to be like on a book tour.
Dude. We're not talking about they're here yet.
Okay.
But yes, I have a podcast. But I'm shy as fuck. Hey. If like to the people that know me, not at all. But this is out of my comfort zone. My entire life. I posted a meme a couple days ago, maybe last week. I can't remember when, that says, my life is completely out of my comfort zone. You have no idea how much my life is completely out of my comfort zone. For real. Completely out of my fucking comfort zone. Like a podcast. But everybody's like, this is what you should have been doing. My sister, I had a long talk with my sister probably like a week or so ago. She made me cry, y'all. She's like, she did. She absolutely. And then she went and posted on social media about us having this talk. Well, we were talking and she's like, she's just telling me how proud of me she was. And she was telling me, she reminded me of something, y'all. This is what she reminded me of. I had forgot about this. Years ago, I went to broadcasting school. I started broadcast school. Was going to go and do radio broadcasting, be like a radio host. And I ended up just getting a communications and business administration degree, and with the emphasis on communications, because I got talked out of being a radio broadcaster because I was told that the money, it just wasn't what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't
appealing. It wasn't enough for you. It was
salary wise, you know, the hustle of it all. But I probably should have went for it. Who knows where I could have ended up? I probably fucking could have did 106 in Park. I could have been on. I used to want to be on 106 in Park. I could have been like, you know, with Free and AJ, or they could have had like, remember Miss Sita? They could have made me a Sita. They could have made a Miss Mo. And I could have been like the voice and character behind the cartoon. But yeah, I gave up my broadcasting dreams because, you know, the potential of a career. I just allowed myself to get discouraged, let somebody talk me out of a dream, because that was like one of my dreams, something I wanted to pursue.
You are pursuing it now. I'm
pursuing it now, but that's a fucking detour. That's like a 20-year detour, because this was shit damn near I was like 19, 20 maybe. So yeah, ended up just getting a business administration with the emphasis on communications degree. And that my life had definitely got detoured because of that. But my sister reminded me, she told me, she said, remember you went to broadcasting school, you know, and here you are now, you doing a podcast. But that's that fucking detour. That was my point I was trying to make, y'all. That's that fucking detour that I'm here, and this is where I wanted to be 20 years ago, and now I'm here. Who knows how far I could have fucking been had I just went with what I wanted to do rather than what was safe, that would offer financial security. Like,
don't live safe.
Don't be fucking safe. Step outside of your comfort zone. Step outside of that box. Pursue your dreams. Follow that. If you want something, if you have something in your heart, y'all see how I just changed this shit up real quick. But I get on that shit like the second, you know, I'm inspired, because I'm absolutely inspired right now, because
you're fried.
And I'm high. But just thinking about like what my sister said to me. The crazy thing is, y'all, my homegirl, the Pepster, y'all remember her? She came on. She's like, she said the same thing, and they said this. We had the same conversation like 2-3 days apart. I bullshit you not. Peb reminded me. And I was just like, and when Peb did it first, and then I talked to Tiff, and she said it, like I started crying, and I'm like, I'm like, you know, Peb just told me, like, remember, Mo, you want to be on the radio? Like, straight reminded me of that shit. And when Tiff said it, that was like double confirmation for me, because at times I sit up and I question, am I on the right path? Is this podcast what I should be doing? Like, putting myself out here, y'all. Like, it's a lot. It's absolutely a lot to put myself out here and open up to you guys week by week, give y'all insight on who I am as a person, and just talk shit to you guys openly and be candid the way that I am. That's a lot. And I love this shit though. I'm enjoying myself. I get nothing but positive feedback. I appreciate y'all so fucking much, but that's not what we getting ready to say right now, because that's usually my closing. So anyway, let's
keep it going.
Keep it going. This move, We're not trying to close just yet.
Make this move.
Give him a few more minutes of my time. Let me make my move, y'all. Say something. Talk to the
while you making your move, I want to have some encouraging words for you guys also. You can do it if you try.
What the fuck?
You can do it. We go do the water boy right now.
No, you're a fucking dork. You've always been a dork though.
I am.
That's cool. Okay. That's what's cool about you. I told you you're like the Dave Chappelle. That's ball game, baby. Man, baby. I won again, guys.
This is like really a setup though.
It's not a setup.
It is a setup, because
as much as I'm talking.
Like, yeah. See, then.
Dude, don't blame your shortcomings on me. Don't blame your shortcomings on the next person, guys. On that shit. He's losing because he's losing. That ain't got shit to do with me. Don't blame me for him. How he trying to blame me for him
this turned
losing?
into the after school special.
School. What was your after school special?
My favorite one was
Like,
the one Don't Do Drugs.
Don't do drugs. And look at you now.
Yeah.
Well, he smokes weed. I don't know if he does anything else outside of weed. He makes horrible jokes about other things. I don't know if they're real jokes or if he's, you know, how some people like all jokes contain truth. So I don't know if like his wild meth and coke nights are real or whatnot. But hey, I'm not asking him either to disclose that.
Monique 69.
That's your I'm not snitching on anything. It's just conversation. We're joking. He says it's just weed. That's all I've ever done. Like I don't none of that. Nah, I've never popped a Molly and was sweating. Ever popped a Molly? I'm sweating.
Woo!
Really? Yeah. That was right outside though.
It's all right. See, I got the timer for you, but see, don't. I didn't do any other drugs, guys. Just alcohol, but alcohol is also cool for you. But don't keep that in the podcast.
Alcohol is not cool for you.
Don't keep that in the podcast, guys.
It's all about money. Remember prohibition, guys. But I'm not getting ready to give y'all no fucking history lesson.
I was going to ask if you were going to do prohibition, because this is a wide-ranging podcast from the beginning. But if you get prohibition in tonight, you are absolutely going on your way. You're the queen.
I just threw it in, so I'm going on. I'm not getting ready to go off into it, but does this mean I'm on my way? Because I did just throw prohibition in, guys.
And then you'll throw the book about prohibition on after, in the credits, guys. In the credits, there will be a link to
ball game, baby.
Wait a minute, hold on. See, but I was in the middle of a joke, so technically speaking,
what the fuck ever.
You're taking advantage.
I'm not taking advantage of anything, sir.
Put that. Also put in the disclaimers in the comment section that don't play her while she's interviewing you.
I'm not. This isn't an interview, guys. We're just playing Connect Four, talking shit. And
technically speaking,
he's asking me questions. I'm answering his questions, so he's interviewing me.
Well, you know, we're going to switch it up a little bit.
Don't blame your shortcomings on me.
We're going to switch it up a little bit. I'm the co-host for the day. Since you called me co-host instead of saying I was the special guest like everybody else. Everybody else was a guest, but I'm just the special co-host. So I wonder why that is.
Fuck out of here.
You don't say nothing.
Anyway, come on. What else you got?
What else I got?
What else you want to know?
I want to know.
I want to know. There's a
you
song.
You going to sing Joe?
I want to know what turns you on. Is that what you were thinking?
That's a horrible rendition of Joe, but he says, I want to know.
Was that what you were thinking of?
Or something like that. I want to know.
Stop it.
Said I could be you the only one. See, you don't know nothing about that.
Okay.
I don't like that move. Don't worry about it.
My bad.
Keep it together.
It's been a long day, guys. I've been super fucking busy these last couple of weeks.
What is your feelings about weed? Let us know in the comments.
Drop it off in the comments. Tell us about your experience with weed, with pots.
Interaction is important. One more weed question.
All right.
If you could smoke all day, every day, and get paid for it, would you do it?
I smoke all day, every day, and don't get paid for it. So, fuck yeah, I would smoke all day, every day, and get paid for it. Where do I sign up? Look, in the words of Ebony from Players Club, when can I start?
Now we know we got the content goal right here. She hit the Players Club reference. We are done.
When can I start? Bernie Mac said, Dollar Bill said, immediately. Or did Diamond say, when can I start? I thought it was Ebony. And he was like, when can I start?
Because that's when he hit the bucket nigga rant. And then give me this time. But
I would love to be, my dream job is a drug mule.
Edit.
Not an edit. I'm being honest with the fuckers. Hey, I won't say my dream job because there's Like, I would love to get paid to smoke weed. That's an awesome job to have too.
You can be
I
president.
do it anyway. I don't want to be fucking president. Fuck that. Never aspired, like, as a kid, I'm going to be president. Fuck no, I'm not going to be president of the United States. Just not interested. I'm sorry. My ambitions are way higher.
Ruler of the world.
Yeah, no. It's because somebody's pulling those puppet strings. Regardless of what you think and what you see and what you believe.
I believe you're going to make a move on Connect 4.
Because, dude, you took all the moves at first. So, yeah. That's my experience with weed.
I've been smoking since those kids was kids. I'm not a horrible parent. I'll say that again. So, finally, the youngest asked me about smoking, and I told him it's not something that you should do unless you're ready to sit there and commit to taking care of business before pleasure. So, that is my spoken story.
Because I do.
Real short and concise.
Look, that is true, because I get stuck sometimes. Especially those, like, the weed that's kind of like
the strong.
The low, because you get your shit that's going to give you your highs, and you got your shit that's going to, that's game. That's game. That's game.
Yeah,
that's game. That's game. That's game.
Yeah,
He
talk to
says
me
he
straight
quit.
up and down. This is the bragging apples.
You quit?
Yeah. I ain't quitting just yet. Give me one victory.
You're not gonna get one. He's like a fiend. He like a crackhead now. I didn't got him in. I didn't drew him in. He's gonna keep going until he wins. I might give it to him. I feel kind of bad. I am whooping your ass. You have not won one single game, dude.
It's all right. It's me because I'm a loser. And I gotta
Stop
get
it.
it better.
You are not a loser.
Gotta
Don't
get
say
it better.
that. You don't speak like this here about yourself.
Let's just Connect 4. Don't worry about it.
You're not a loser.
We'll get the
I need some snacks.
drug mule conversation going on the next podcast.
No, we're going to talk about my drug mule conversation right now. I absolutely would love to be a drug mule.
You would not.
I've tried to do certain things, but I'm not going to say it didn't work out. I'm just no longer doing it, and I would love to get back in the game, in the business of moving weights. So if there's anybody out there who's looking for a drug mule, I would love to do it. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not gonna tell y'all what I would do, because if somebody reaches out to me, hits me up, it's like, hey, I have a position for you, and I take it.
How can they reach you up? How can they reach out to you?
On my social media, hit them DMs. So SOO Sophisticated 1 on Instagram. Hit me in my DMs. And if you're looking for someone, I have a game plan and everything. I would love to be on your team.
Now that's strategic marketing right there. Tell me something else. I thought I was done with the weed questions, but I want to know now. Are you a drug mule when you're high?
I would be a great drug mule high, because I would be relaxed. If I wasn't high, I'd be paranoid. But, and see, therein lies the problem, because I've had weed that's made me paranoid. But I would probably be calmer. Like if I were to get pulled over type shit, driving drugs, I would absolutely be able to deal with the police, because I've gotten pulled over not driving drugs, high as fuck, and I was good with the police.
That's your move.
No, I have four on the board. You have 4 too.
See?
My bad, fam. My bad.
See, the flow is with you because you smoke weed. See, you trying to set me up right here now.
I ain't setting nothing up. I'm just playing the game.
Yes, you are. See,
I'm just playing the game, fam. I'm just playing the game. What's good, y'all? I love you all.
Podcast. We appreciate you.
I love you all so much.
I thank you for having me on your podcast.
I appreciate you all for tuning in to Pure Fuckery, the podcast.
Oh, you fuckers.
You fuckers are the dopest fuckers I have ever encountered in my entire life. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the shares. I appreciate the comments. Thank you guys for tuning in each and every week.
If you agree that she being Monique 69 right now.
I'm not being Monique 69. I'm just talking shit right now. And y'all know how I talk shit. Like, a lot of shit's gonna come up. And here's the thing. I ain't telling nobody's fucking business. I'm speaking on my own personal experiences.
No, it's not Mac. What's my Instagram? MK9. Like, that's my Instagram.
MK9. Follow MK9 on Instagram.
Uh-oh, this is.
But beware.
This is
enter at your own fucking risk.
Gonna be a president, I tell you that.
I'm inappropriate, but I'm not his level of inappropriate. Like I said, he's like, I told you guys, he's like
I'm nice.
Dave Chappelle. This is my
modest and cool.
This is the Dave Chappelle of my life. Like, if I were to reach out to somebody said, hey, we need a Dave Chappelle guy right now, I will call him up and make him come, because he's Dave Chappelle. Make him come to be Dave Chappelle. Not make him come. I'm not going to make him come. And, my niece used to say, I think I've told this story once before already. My little niece, she would say, we used to purposely make her say like www.whatever.com, because she would say, can you turn it to www.disneychannel.com? And I don't know why we were so immature, but we found the humor in it. So we would always ask her to say something with .com in it. So she would say come. Anyhow, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate your time. I love you all. What a way to end the podcast. I love you all. Y'all super dope. This is Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I am your favorite Dr. Bay. Monique Ross. Peace. Your favorite Dr. Bay.
Bro, boy, real quick. Going down.